When rent becomes unattainable, the car often becomes the last refuge.
Today makes it 382 days of me living my car.
The only reason I live in my car is because I can't afford rent anymore.
This is a day in the life of a 25-year-old who lives in a car with his wife.
I am homeless living here in my car because I can't afford $1,800 for rent, even though I work full time.
Man, I'm telling y'all, I'm overpaying rent.
I'm 23 and I live in my car.
It is not a home in the traditional sense, but it becomes a shelter, a fragile barrier against the cold nights and uncertain days.
I live in my 2006 Honda Accord, and this is what it's like to wake up in a 24-hour Planet Fitness parking lot.
I'm an American citizen who did everything right, and I can't afford to live here.
Living in a car is not a choice made lightly. It is a decision born out of necessity, a reflection of how broken the system has become. Behind every parked vehicle doubling as a bedroom is a story of resilience, a single parent trying to shield their children from the harshness of reality, a worker who still shows up every day, showering at public facilities before heading to their shift, a student chasing education while sleeping in the back seat between classes. These are not stories of failure. They are stories of endurance, of people holding on to dignity in the face of hardship. The contrast is stark. On one side, gleaming apartment buildings rise higher, rents climb further, and profits soar. On the other, ordinary people are forced to choose between food and shelter, between paying rent or keeping their car running. The car becomes both lifeline and prison, a symbol of independence yet also of exclusion from the housing market. This reality reminds us that housing is not just about walls and roofs. It is about security, stability, and the basic human need for belonging.
Today makes it 382 days of me living my car, and honestly, I'm getting tired of it. I wish I could have my own bed, my own space, my own bathroom. I wish I could walk to the bathroom, shower. I wish I could cook a hot, nice meal. Tired of living in my car.
So I see so many people that are living in their car. I used to pick up at Panera Bread every morning. I would go in there. I would get out to work at like 6 a.m. doing DoorDash, and I would see the same car in the parking lot every single morning. And this person, they would sit in the parking lot all day, and you could see their stuff in their car, and clearly this person was homeless living in their car. There are so many people who live in their cars. Even like Walmart parking lots, you'll see the same cars there all day, and it's very, very sad, but you know, that's just what people have to do because they don't have the money to afford this high rent. That is an issue. Nobody should have to live in their cars just because they can't afford rent. It's just not the way to live.
I'm an American citizen who did everything right. I got a full ride to college. In fact, college actually paid me to go to college. I have a job that I love that pays well, and I can't afford to live here. So if you think that we're being dumb or lazy or just not quite smart enough to make it by, fuck you. It's hard out here, and it's not because we're not trying. It's not because we didn't do everything right the first time around.
Man, I'm telling y'all, I'm overpaying rent. I'm so sick of paying rent. Every beginning of the month, I just be like, oh my God, I gotta pay this again. Then I'll be like, you know what? I could just live in my car. I'm always in my car anyway. I might as well just live in my car. I got a TV hookup in my car, like my monitor. I can hook up something and watch TV on it. So I can just live in my car. I can just get a membership at Planet Fitness, take showers there. I don't want to even rent no more. I got a nice place, but you know what? I'm over it. Y'all can have it. I don't even want it no more. I'm just tired of paying these people every month. Even if it was a mortgage, which I don't want to own a home. You know, that's just not my thing. But even if it was a mortgage, I'd just be tired. I'm over it. I just want to keep my money in my pocket. I need my car because I got places to go. But I don't want to rent no more, man. And I know it ain't just me, you know. But I ain't one of these dudes that can just find a girl and live off of her. I can't do that. I just live in my car.
I'm 23 and I live in my car. The only reason I live in my car is because I used to live with my parents. I just couldn't afford rent anymore. So I decided to move out. And my idea was, what if I live in the car and save up, because I have a lot of debts. I have a credit card debt, and then I have my taxes. So I gotta pay that shit or I'm gonna go to jail. So I decided to sleep in my car to save up. And I'm also going to college full-time this fall semester. So I gotta save up for that as well. My brother is letting me stay at his place, and I usually sleep in his driveway. And I'm also able to cook there, so I kind of save money. And so I just pack everything the night before, and I just have everything ready when I wake up and I'm ready for the day. I usually side hustle, and I usually make $170 a day when I do Amazon. But lately I'm not getting any orders, so I'm just doing DoorDash. This is me getting gas because, guys, gas is so expensive. Like, I'm dead. Anyways, and I also babysit tonight, so I'll see you guys later. Bye.
I am homeless living here in my car because I can't afford $1,800 for rent, even though I work full time. And the haters are always giving me a hard time about wanting to eat healthy, but it's really a priority because I want to lose 60 pounds, and I make my money by doing food deliveries, grocery deliveries. I also walk dogs, I pick up gig jobs, and I post here on social media. And I work a lot, but unfortunately with rent being $1,800 a month, I still don't make enough. I'm like many Americans that are struggling right now. And but I'm thankful that I have my gym membership and I can get hot showers. Today was a long day, a lot of deliveries, and I got in a pretty good little workout, about 30 minutes on the elliptical, and I am excited for my shower here, something that I look forward to every day. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great night.
So a lot of people are choosing the option of living in their cars simply because they cannot afford to pay rent. In North Carolina, the rent prices are pretty high, but they're not as high as some places that I have seen. People paying $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for a one bedroom? Where they do that at, friend? Because who in their right mind can afford that when wages just have not increased? So a lot of people are taking their cars, they're turning them into, their own little home. They're taking RVs, they're taking vans, and they're camping that way. Now, if you have a full-time job, I can see how you can save a significant amount of money by doing this. Now, of course, if you're not working, it would be a lot harder, but what the person needs is food, water, shelter, and protection. Your home, that becomes your car. Food, you can go to food banks. You may have a little bit of money coming in here and there. You use that for food. Water is free. Protection, whatever you have. So I can see why people do it, but I think that everybody should have a home to live in that's not their car.
Living in a car because rent is unaffordable is not just about losing a home. It's about losing the sense of stability that comes with it. Every night becomes a calculation: where to park safely, how to stay warm, how to avoid unwanted attention. The car becomes both lifeline and burden, a fragile shield against the elements, but never a true replacement for the security of housing. This reality shows us how deeply the housing crisis has reshaped everyday life, forcing ordinary people into extraordinary struggles just to survive.
I live in my 2006 Honda Accord, and this is what it's like to wake up in a 24-hour Planet Fitness parking lot. I start by getting dressed, and then the longest part of my morning routine is always taking down all of my window coverings, but they are essential for sleeping in my car, so I do it anyways. Then I climb over into the driver's seat and take down my window coverings there. I actually already went into this Planet Fitness last night to take a shower, for all of you who say that I don't shower. So this morning I can go ahead and leave straight away and drive to Panera Bread. But first, the bathroom. Obviously, I used the restroom and washed my hands. I brushed my teeth in my car. I don't know, that's weird to show on camera. I don't know why y'all are asking to see that. Anyways, Now it's time to drink my hot bean juice to wake up and get some computer work done. So I use this as an opportunity to charge some of my electronics, and here I'm actually editing a YouTube video, so if you haven't already, be sure to go subscribe over there.
This is what it's like for a 25-year-old to live in a car with his wife. This morning we woke up at a furniture store and we had a lot planned today, so we needed to get up and instantly get ready. Our morning routine consists of us moving our bags from the front seat to the trunk, removing our window covers, and brushing our teeth. Kayla and I both had the same schedule today, so I dropped her off at work and then I headed to my job. After a while, I went to go pick up Kayla for lunch. We always plan our lunch breaks together, and today we decided to have car-made subs. We did turkey, avocado, and mayo subs, and it was so good. These are a really easy option for us to make food that doesn't require us to get all of our equipment out to cook. After our lunch break was over, Kayla dropped me off since she gets off work before I do. I got off work today around 6 p.m., so Kayla picked me up, and we were actually headed to stay with family over the weekend. On our way, we witnessed a crazy police chase.
It's a high-speed chase.
Babe, go. I would pull into someone's house. Yeah, he's turning. Keep going. Holy crap. Holy sh**.
I was so scared. I'm like, don't hit us. This is our home.
We enjoyed the weekend with the family, and it was so nice to have a bed and AC all weekend. On our way back home, we went to go look at another van. We drove it around for a little bit and then we parked it to look at all the details like the hood underneath, the cosmetics, and especially the AC. We really liked the van and we didn't really seem to find any reasons to not like it. So we finally bought our new van after living in our car for 58 days. So Caleb followed me to my dad's with the van because we were actually going to stay with him for the night because it was going to be nearly 80 degrees. Thank you guys so much for the support in all of our videos. There's no way we could have gotten this van this fast without it. We're so excited to get out of the car and to upgrade to the van for so much more convenience and comfort. And we're so excited to bring you guys along on our build process and all of the adventures we're going to go on with it.
Good morning, my name is Dee. If you know me, no you don't, keep scrolling, but for those of you who don't know me, I'm 22 years old and I am currently living out of my vehicle. I live in a state where things are very expensive, and so I had to make an executive decision to start living out of my vehicle so I can start saving money and paying off the debt that I accrued when I was young and didn't really understand how to use a credit card or things like that. I finally got a really good job, so things are looking up hopefully. My goal is to be living in an apartment within the next 6 months, and I would like to move states so that it's a little bit cheaper. My job does have other locations, so I am super excited. So today I just wanted to do a quick like what I eat type of thing in the morning. I do have a cooler that I use. I'll do a little tour a little bit later, and hopefully, yeah, maybe I can get some support from this account or things like that, just so I can start really putting things aside to start getting my life together. So I had a cheese stick. I get Polly-O or whatever brand is on sale. Really, that's just the brand that was on sale at Stop & Shop this week. I got Oikos protein yogurt. Something that I've realized is keeping meat in a cooler is not very beneficial. Aside from the fact that it doesn't keep well, you also can't like cook or anything. So I do a lot of yogurts, protein shakes, cheese, hard-boiled eggs, and things like that. So today I'm doing Oikos. This is the very berry. I love this one. It's so good. I already ate my cheese steak, so it's gone. And then something else is I am trying to be healthy, get my protein in and things like that. I am on like a weight loss journey. This is definitely going to help. But I am also doing chicken bone broth because I can keep this in my cooler. You can drink it cold. It probably is not going to taste as good. I've never done this before, so I'm interested. I got 2 of these. These were on sale, obviously. I get either this or Chobani. And yeah, I got Chobani protein shakes this week. I normally do Shamrock Farms, that brand, the chocolate. That's really good. But yeah, so this is my breakfast this morning with a cheese stick. And yeah, so just follow along on my journey. This is a totally separate account because I'm trying to avoid people I know seeing it. But yeah, bye.
What often goes unseen is the daily routine of those living in cars, waking up in the back seat, finding a public restroom to wash up, searching for a discreet place to spend the day, and returning to the same spot at night. It is a cycle of constant vigilance, of adapting to circumstances that were never meant to be permanent. And yet, within this hardship, there is resilience. People continue to work, to study, to care for loved ones, proving that dignity and determination can endure even when housing is out of reach.
Rent prices being over $1,800 a month. I'm homeless and I live here in my car. It's a compact car, and I'm gonna give you a tour and show you around and show you how I live in here. So come on, check it out with me. So starting here on the side, you can get a glimpse inside. Right there is my bookshelf, and underneath there is where I keep all my clothing and other belongings. Down here is where I keep all of my laundry, extra shoes, and things like that. Coming around back here, a lot of you asked about the bed. So the bed is a 3-inch memory foam mattress topper. I do have carpeting underneath there as well for extra support. Over here, I like to keep usually like wet wipes. These are a lifesaver. I get these at the $1.25 tree. And I have about 4 layers of blankets. So if it ever gets cold, right now it is summertime, but when it does get cold, I have plenty of blankets. Here is my cooler, which I get a lot of hate. People say I don't deserve the Yeti because I'm homeless and I should sell it, but I'm keeping it because it keeps the ice cold for days. I absolutely love it. It has been a life changer, and it was a birthday gift for my 30th birthday last year. Over here, I keep waters. I always try to have an abundance of water because you just never know what's going to happen. On top here, this is where I keep my gym bag. Goes up here as well. I just put it on the front seat for the tour right now, so it's easier to show you guys around. But this is a cooler bag that I use when I'm delivering for Uber Eats and Grubhub. I have an extra lantern, actually a couple extra lanterns, and then that thing is a it illuminates like stars and the moon up on the ceiling at night. I don't always use it, but sometimes if I'm in the mood for some ambiance, I turn that on. It's really nice. And then we're gonna go around here actually, and I'm gonna show you what's over here. So this is kind of like what would be my closet. So like I was telling you, underneath the bookshelf, so I have a ton of books. I love to read. I have a lantern. This is rechargeable. I have 2 of these fans, which are rechargeable. As you can see, this one's charging right now. I have another one over here, and they are amazing. Each of them lasts about 12 hours each on the medium setting, which is more than enough airflow. And what I'll do is I'll put this one here and then that one on that side at night. And so that way I have plenty of airflow, and I crack the windows just a little bit to keep the flow going. So over here, I have all of my clothing underneath here. So in these bags here, that's like a Trader Joe's bag, just a regular backpack. Then I have a couple bins with clothes. These are sweaters and things like that. Down there I have some emergency water, just random stuff that you would have in your closet that you don't always use. Over here's where I keep my tools and things like that. This is what I use to wipe down the car, keep the dust and dirt off of it. And yeah, that is pretty much how I live in the car. I try to make it as comfortable as possible. And yeah, so thanks for watching. If you have any questions or want to know more, leave me a comment in the comment section. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.
The rising cost of rent has created a crisis that is reshaping lives in ways that are both visible and invisible. For those who find themselves living in cars, the experience is not just about losing a home. It is about losing the sense of stability that comes with it. It is about waking up each day with uncertainty, about carrying the weight of survival in a world that often looks away. And as we reflect on these stories, we must remember that behind every parked vehicle doubling as a bedroom is a human being navigating impossible circumstances. Living in a car because rent is unaffordable is not a choice made lightly. It is a decision born out of necessity, a reflection of how broken the system has become. The car becomes both lifeline and burden. It is a fragile shield against the elements, but never a true replacement for the security of housing. The front seat turns into a bed, the trunk into storage, the dashboard into a reminder of survival. Every night becomes a calculation: where to park safely, how to stay warm, how to avoid unwanted attention. Every morning begins with the challenge of finding a restroom, of preparing for work or school without the privacy and comfort of a home. The emotional toll of this reality lingers in ways that numbers cannot capture. It is not just about budgets or bills, it is about the silence that replaces joy, the hesitation to celebrate, the feeling of being left behind while the world moves forward in comfort. It is about the constant vigilance, the fear of being discovered, the exhaustion of living in a space never meant to be permanent. And yet, within this hardship, there is resilience. People continue to work, to study, to care for loved ones, proving that dignity and determination can endure even when housing is out of reach. The contrast is stark. On one side, gleaming apartment buildings rise higher, rents climb further, and profits soar. On the other, ordinary people are forced to choose between food and shelter, between paying rent or keeping their car running. The car becomes both symbol of independence and symbol of exclusion. It is a reminder of how deeply the housing crisis has reshaped everyday life, forcing ordinary people into extraordinary struggles just to survive. But these stories are not just about struggle, they are also about strength. They are about people who refuse to give up, who adapt to circumstances, who find ways to endure. They are about resilience in the face of hardship, about courage in the face of uncertainty, about hope in the face of despair. They remind us that the crisis of housing affordability is not abstract. It is lived every day in parking lots, on side streets, and in the quiet corners where cars become homes. For those who have never experienced this reality, listening to these stories can be eye-opening. It can reveal the fragility of stability, the unpredictability of careers, the importance of compassion. It can inspire gratitude for the work we have and humility in recognizing that no one is immune to the forces of change. For those who have experienced it, hearing others speak openly can be validating. It can remind them that they are not alone, that their feelings are shared, that their struggles are understood. The journey through housing insecurity is not linear. It is filled with ups and downs, with moments of hope and moments of despair. There are days when optimism feels possible, and days when the weight of uncertainty feels unbearable. But through it all, there is growth. Through it all, there is learning. Through it all, there is the quiet strength of endurance.